Hello everybody, Danny TCV, TheCriminalViolin here, and today I wanted to make a video to talk about a really sad thing that happened to the YouTube community yesterday. It was announced. Now, Sindago was not that big of a recognized of a YouTube community group, but it was a YouTube group that was formed basically to be a film and production company kind of a thing for self-producing and self-creating different skits and films with two guys, Daniel Kyre and or Kyre, however you say that, and then Ryan. I wish I remembered his last name, but and Markiplier was a huge help to getting them to where they, well, are today, which is 100,000+ subscribers and plenty of views. I think they have probably, I'm sure they have over 1 million total views. But anyway, yeah, and they did some skits off and on with Markiplier, and sadly, apparently on the 16th of this month, Daniel was found in critical condition on his floor, unconscious, his bedroom floor, and a apparent attempted suicide. And they took him to the hospital, and they basically said the only way you're going to keep him alive is if you put him on life support. So they did, and then as of yesterday afternoon, at some point, they decided to take him off life support, and he did end up dying yesterday, a few minutes thereafter. And just so many people just are racked with emotion because of it. Being such a talented and great person, and all of that. It's always painful to lose anybody, but especially when it's something like that. Somebody that especially you can relate to, and I'm one of those people that can actually relate to him a lot, especially finding out that he has, his problems. Not that I've ever had depression necessarily, but he was, I guess, always kind of a out there kind of person, in terms of kind of wallflowerish, socially, and kind of got outcasted by a lot of the people, except for Ryan and, the family and the select few people, which, plenty of support. But nevertheless, Markiplier helped them enough to be able to help them to get a place out in Los Angeles. They apparently were originally from South Carolina. And 7 months ago, they moved to LA with the help of Mark, also intending to work with Mark a lot more often and help them gain some popularity to try and get their dreams afloat and all that. And especially Daniel's, because Daniel, he has always wanted to be a actor of a fairly big role and get into fairly big roles of screenwriting and producing and maybe even directing, stuff like that. And in his, according to a post on Facebook, which you'll have the link, and I'll probably have the post edited onto the video, but apparently his dad said that the day he attempted suicide, hour before they found him, he had sent him a text asking, basically talking about how proud he was of Daniel and of his accomplishments, and that he got out there, and asking him how did it feel and if he was truly happy. And that kind of adds an extra element of, really a lot of emotion, especially sadness and stuff, and hurt because of the fact that, you're asking somebody that, everybody that's super close to you, you know, and that even has been around you a lot, you know, on a consistent basis, like Ryan and Mark and stuff, you know, they don't know and they don't see and they don't get that vibe from you that you're that far down in the dumps, you know, you're that far underneath your dark cloud. And to that point, it's really important that, you know, you express these things to anybody in every way you possibly can. Just express it, get it out there, so that, you know, especially the caring people, so that they can do everything within their power and their, you know, grasp to try and help you, and, you know, have their hand on this shows the amount of emotion I have, but and the, you know, their hand on your back, and, you know, let you know that they're there for you no matter what. And there's always going to be people out there like that. There's going to be endless amounts of people that you can't even count how many there are that actually care about you and love you and value you, because this is actually a perfect example, because of the fact that, you know, he already had tons of people and he knew it, you know, that they really cared for him, they loved him to death and stuff. And they always will love him, even after, you know, he's gone now. They still always love him. And endless amounts of people that, you know, have seen him. But what really it puts into perspective after he died is that there's endless amounts of people, you can see it all over the place, there's endless amounts of people all around the world that, just countless amounts, there's so many, that never have heard of him in their life until this point. They never have seen him, never heard of him, never knew he existed. And they're actually truly hurting, and they're truly sad, and they're truly emotional because they actually love and value him so much to that point. It just puts in perspective that there's just so many people that you didn't even realize existed out there, and they didn't realize you existed, but they actually don't realize it, but they really care about you. And all that, you know, and just the most important thing is, if you're ever feeling down or depressed, or, you know, like you're suicidal, you want to hurt yourself, whatever, just don't do it. Try your best, because you are stronger than you're giving yourself credit for at that point. Reach out, get help, do whatever you can, because the amount of pain that you're enduring is amplified to a unexpressible amount if you go through with it, because there's just so much agony that's out there right now for this, you know, for him and for everybody else that does it, you know. So do your best to reach out, because there are people that love you, there are people that care, and you are important, and you can do anything and everything you want to. Anything. Nothing is impossible. As long as you put your mind and your heart to it, and you never let anybody or anything or yourself put you down and get in your way, you can do anything you want. Just do whatever you can. Whenever you start to feel like you're gonna break, or you are broken, reach out, get that help. Know that there's gonna be people that are gonna bring you back up and are gonna get you back on your way. Just make sure you do that. And I'm about to cry, but just do it, because you're amazing, you're important, you're awesome, you're unique, you're very different, and all of these things are fantastic. Just always know that we'll always have your back, you're always important, and we'll always love you, because you're just that amazing. No matter what anybody says, even yourself, don't listen to that hate, don't listen to that bringing you down. Just know you are important, and you're well cared about and well loved, and you just have endless amounts of potential. So with that, yeah. So rest in pieces, Daniel. Know that there's just countless amounts of people around the world that are always going to have you forever in their hearts and their minds and memory, and always carry you out with absolute love and compassion. And I'll always miss you. So with that, stay safe, stay fluffy, and have the most kick-ass day ever. And you can, and you will be able to conquer every last dream you ever have, no matter how insane out there they are. Because nothing is impossible. you are strong and you can do it because you're amazing. With that, stay safe, everybody, and have a great day and night. Goodbye.